I can't get no respect. Kick it! Hey, alrighty, thank you to all the new and old subscribers. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today's topic, if you want to comment really quick, is artists that get no respect. So not albums or really bands that, didn't get the popularity they deserve. Pretty much looking at individual artists that you think got no respect. Before I get into the a few people, I have a short list of that I think we should respect more in the music community. Show you a little bit more of the stuff that I've been buying. Not a lot of LPs. I did go through my soundtracks and clear up some things I'm going to put on eBay, so I will get more room to add to the collection soon by out with some of the stuff I don't listen to, so hopefully more room for stuff in. So I've been buying a lot of CDs because a lot easier to store CDs. You don't need as much space. I thought I had this, but I guess I didn't. Let Love Rule by Lenny Kravitz. It's like $1, so I can't go wrong with that. Okay, Billy Squire, Creatures of Habit. I think this will almost complete my Billy Squire collection there. I did have his latest thing. I think it was like an acoustic thing. I did resell that. Didn't get into that very much. But Creatures of Habit, released in the early 90s, I believe. And a little more holds true to the 80s rock and roll Billy Squire that we love. Styx, Equinox. Have this on LP. Had it forever. I think this is the last one before Tommy Shaw. Found it on CD. It's hard to find these 70s albums on CD, or some people, some of the releases they charge a lot, so just got it for $1. Always heard about the John Karabi years in his time spent in Motley Crue. I don't think I really ever heard that stuff. So I finally picked up the Motley Crue record with John Karabi. So saw Crue in '85. Saw Crue on their last final tour a few years back with Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper actually blew them off the stage, and really haven't had any inkling to go see them again. I know a lot of people are posting videos of the big Poison, Def Leppard, Joan Jett, Motley Crue tour, but I've seen all those people. I've never seen Poison. Really don't want to. The Corrs, Borrowed Heaven. The Corrs, more than just pretty faces of these 3 Irish girls and their friend or their brother. Who knows who that guy? Who cares who that guy is? Always like their voices, again, for $1. Why not, That's what I like about CDs, man. You just get them for like $1 now. You can put them in your iTunes or whatever your computer source is, and then either resell them, use them as coasters, or keep them. I've been keeping a lot of CDs. The CD revolution is eventually going to come again, and I'll be rich. Olivia Newton-John, we just lost her, sadly. I tell you, who didn't freak out over Olivia Newton-John? When I was a kid, Grease, Sandy, I think I named my first hamster Sandy because I just loved her. The blonde hair, the Australian accent, the English Australian accent. It was just, so much. And I really didn't follow her whole career. Pretty much after Xanadu and Physical, I just, I knew she was around and knew she was great and awesome. But I think I almost went to see her Vegas show, but it just didn't happen. And then, she was battling cancer, sadly enough, for a long time. I tell you, cancer... Whoever finds that cure, do it soon. I tell you, we're losing a lot of people to cancer, and I think we'll all eventually go to some form of cancer. It's just crazy. Anyway, way to bring the room down there, Brian. It's not very fun house when you're talking about death, but Olivia Newton-John, back to the basics from 71 to 92. I Honestly Love You, that's really good. Have You Never Been Mellow? Please, Mr. Please. Of course, the songs from Grease and Xanadu. It's a nice little collection of Olivia. You forget, she was more than a pretty face, hell of a singer. Great career. Sad to miss her. Local H, a band that, when they came out from Chicago, I was really picky. Around the early 90s, mid-90s, I think is when they had like their hit, or even late 90s, I don't know. I was really picky. I liked punk and some alternative. And if I didn't think you were coming across as not wanting to be a rock star, I didn't want people to sell out and all that stuff. I was really, really critical in my 20s. And for some reason, when Local H came out, I just thought because the big radio station was trying to play them and force a hit single on us, I just left a sour taste in my mouth. Why? I have no idea. Because now I'm like I think the singer-guitar player is Scott Loftus. I think he's still around playing. And Local H, from all I've heard, is great. So I don't know why I'm a little snobby little 20-year-old something but wasn't into them. But this one's Pack Up the Cats. It's the CD after the CD that had their one hit on it. But it's good. It's rock and roll, man. It's good rock and roll. I guess it kind of could be compared to Nirvana-ish. And, of course, there was a sea of bands trying to jump on that. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more of their stuff and checking them out. Speaking about Chicago area bands, Screeching Weasels still going on. I don't even know who's in the band anymore. Really, when Vapid and all them left, it just, I don't know. I haven't been really. So it's like Ben Weasel plus other musicians. And I'm sorry if there are other named people in the band, but I just don't know. Let's go with this one first. This one I really like. Some Freaks of Atavism. And it is from 2020. So they are putting this out in the horrible year 2020. This is a great one. This is great. This proves that they can still screech, I guess as you might say. The Awful Disclosure of Screeching Weasel. This just came out. I'm getting these on CD because I don't know if I'm going to like them enough to get the vinyl. And that seems to sell out a lot too. So it's just cheaper for me to get these on CD. This one I don't like as much. This one is just kind of average. It's very like samey. Songs really kind of blend in. Where this one, kind of every song kind of stands out. Also, finally, vinyl. You're talking about vinyl on your vinyl channel, you little jerk. Well, I am. I'm finally going to get there. Hardline, Double Eclipse was a CD that I bought on a whim. It had Neil Schon from Journey on it. And came out in early 90s, if not 1990 maybe. And had a song, Cherie, on it, which is a cover. Some obscure person put it out in 83. So they redid it. That was kind of their only really obscure hit as well for them. But I really liked the singer, and I really liked how they went on. So I picked up these on Amazon. Sorry, couldn't find them at the record store. Amazon was it. So this is Life. I believe this is a newer release, 2019, I think. And then I also found this one. This one just came out, Heart, Mind, and Soul, again from Hardline. And I'm buying it. Why? Because the singer has a hell of a voice, and I just watched some YouTube videos of him. Joey Gurley. I'm probably slaughtering his name. That's why this Prince stuff will show up, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about sometimes. He's got a great voice. Let me scoot over so when I add stuff to the video in this area, there's a little more room to it. Last but not least, I went up, took the train, the Metro line north of Chicago for about a half hour, went to Highland Park, and went to Madame Zuzu's Tea House, which is owned by Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins. And oddly enough, there, they sell some Smashing Pumpkins records. Hey, how about that? So my wife and I, we got breakfast. It's good breakfast. It's like a vegan place, but it's one of those like good kind of pretend meat vegan places that you feel full and you feel like you're getting something. I also had the mac and cheese. That was okay. I've had better vegan mac and cheese, but their breakfast sandwiches were awesome. So good for them on the breakfast sandwich. And they have like a little store and they sell some stuff. And he has some used albums, but I flipped through those and didn't really find anything I wanted there. But I did find, now these are high priced, but they're going up. They're going up. This is like fine wine of vinyl right now. These are Smashing Pumpkins Archive Series. This one is the Rubano Tapes, Volume 1. Limited to 2,000 copies of the blue one here. And they're playing like Cabaret Metro, 89. Where was it? The Avalon nightclub in 88. So pretty much pre their first record. These are like they're playing the clubs of the Chicago area. And their friend must have taped them and are just putting songs from. So some of these songs you may know, some like I'm a big Smashing Pumpkins fan, and I didn't know them. So they're really like he's working on like him or not, that Billy Corgan writes a hell of a lot of songs. And this is a live concert from Kawasaki. It used to be my favorite motorcycle. I always wanted a green Kawasaki. From Kawasaki, Japan, from 1992. This is the black version, the black vinyl version, because the other versions have sold out. It was $75, so that was $95. The Rubano tapes, like I said, it's like fine wine of vinyl, but the reselling things are way skyrocketing. So I figure, well, I might as well pay original price while I can, because I do like the Pumpkins that I do, especially 1992 Pumpkins. That's gonna be good stuff right there. He's taking forever. Get to your topic. So this topic is artists that I just don't think got the respect or are getting the respect that they deserve. And we're going to talk a little bit about that quickly so the video doesn't run forever. The first name that comes to mind, and this is the sole reason, well, not sole reason, there's a lot of reasons why I don't like Dave Matthews and John Mayer and all those kind of guitar playing singer guys. But this guy, Mark Curry, came onto the scene in 1992 with his debut, It's Only Time, where he had the song, I'll show you the CD. He had a song, Sorry About the Weather. And it was on MTV. And his gravelly voice, kind of like Tom Waits-ish, kind of. And him playing the acoustic and playing these songs. Now, there is a full band on a lot of these songs, but some of the songs is just him and the acoustic guitar. And it's just amazing. Amazing. I don't know why this didn't go platinum, but Mark Curry is just, it's amazing. Right after that, he had the Wretched Come Home CD. Again, these aren't available on vinyl, unfortunately. And so I went to see him. Oh yeah, this is another CD. He had Mark Curry in a 10-pin trio down my alley. I think he just has a few more releases that are hard to find other than these. He was signed to Virgin, and then it just didn't go anywhere, and then he moved to Indiana, I think, for a while, and I've lost track of him. He's a hard dude to look up on the internet because whenever you search Mark Curry, you get the comedian Mark Curry. So it's hard to find the musician Mark Curry. He has ties to El Jefe from NoFX. NoFX is an outstanding punk band. Of course, El Jefe is their guitar player. He wrote a song for them. It's on their great punk and Drublic album. That's good. But so anyway, Mark Curry is playing Shubas in Chicago with the Wallflowers opening up. Wallflowers, if you remember, is the band for Bob Dylan's son, Jason Dylan, I want to say. I know it's not Jerry Dylan. That's too close to Jerry Garcia. I hate the Grateful Dead. Let's just get that out. And I get there and it's sold out. And I'm like, you kidding me? Because you couldn't look up online. It's 1992. You didn't know it's sold out. Newspaper didn't say it was sold out. Nobody said it was sold out until I go into the club, go to the back room, which is their little music room, and the guy has a little paper. Oh, it's sold out. No, I'm seeing Mark Curry. You don't stop me, especially in the 90s. So I walked outside, and I'm like, I'll just listen to Wallflowers and come up with some kind of plan here. So Wallflowers played, and then they came outside. And when they came outside, I just offered with the drum gear. I just started carrying the drums and putting in, they had like this van with this trailer behind us, just loading up the little trailer and helping them out. And then if they wanted it or not, I don't even think I even asked. I think they were just setting stuff on the sidewalk and I was just helping. And then I walked back into the club from the side door. It's always a good way to sneak into clubs, kids. Go through the side door where the band's load in and out. And I just walked in the club and just stood there. And then Mark Curry took the stage. Place was packed. Kind of, I don't know if it was an industry night for the album label or something, but there's a lot of Virgin people there and a lot of like, this is nice. And after the show, I stuck around, and these like industry type people were, flocking him. Oh, you're great. You're going to be the best person. And he knew they weren't even really paying attention during the show. And I tell you, I just stood there with my little cassette, and he made a beeline to me, and I always appreciated that. He pushes little people away and, hey man, what you got there? I was like, it's tape, man. I really love it. I've been playing it a lot. He's like, cool, man. I'm glad you like this shit. And he signed it. And it just made an impression on me that he cared enough, to like stop his little harem around him. And I just went right for the guy that he knew. Hey, this guy's actually bought my stuff. So I've had it ever since. So if you're out there, Mark Curry, appreciate it. And I'm telling people how great you are, but it's going to be hard to find your stuff. It really is. I do find this stuff. Sometimes in the CD cutout areas, you will find his work. Pick it up. Mark Curry. Unbelievable. I went to see two performers. One, I really, so it's Janet Gardner. This is her in her heyday there, with the blonde hair. Janet there. Where you go? There's Janet. And she was opening up the show. I actually thought she was going to be headlining, but she was opening up the show. And she was in the band Vixen in the 80s. Kind of, obviously, if you look like that, you're in the 80s. And it had a few good songs. It wasn't a band that I was, like, worshiping or anything at the time. It's just, like, another band that I thought was kind of fun. I thought, like, maybe Richard Marx wrote a hit of them. She's since, played in Vixen for a while after that. There's 80s cruises and, hairband weekend and stuff, all the cheesy kind of stuff that you do. But then since the last few years, she's just left and wanted to do her solo thing. So now she has a husband, Justin James, I believe is his name, and they've released a CD, and they were kind of doing an acoustic night for that. I guess normally they play with a band, but they were doing like an acoustic night for that. So she came out, and I got her to sign my ticket, her and her husband. And I want to say, she put on a good show. It's hard to, it's hard to form an opinion about the music while hearing the band. I think her songs really probably played well with the fuller band. But she did all right acoustic. She got a powerful voice. And after the show, I tell you, she came out and she thanked almost everybody. Like she walked around and was like really cool to everyone. And you know, just like Mark Curry years and years and years ago, Janet was equally as cool with everyone to her show. She really appreciated us being there. The show was at Q Bar. You know, these suburban, soulless kind of hangouts for the suburban crowd. It's not the best place to go see a show. The sound was good, the room was good, the staff was really nice. I just, something about being in the suburbs, and, you know, I live in the suburbs, but it's just, the clubs are always just, I don't know. I'd like to go into the city of Chicago when I see my shows. It just has a better feeling. I don't know what it is. So it was way out there and just a barren strip mall, a boring atmosphere rather. But so I saw her, and she was opening up for Donnie Vie. Now, when you say Donnie Vie around here, of course, everyone, hey, is that guy from Enough's Enough? Let's talk about Enough's Enough first. I have this CD. It's called A Tribute to Enough's Enough. This is one of their latest ones, with just Chip's Enough singing on it. We have another Enough's Enough record, another CD, another Enough's Enough CD. I think they have like 15 albums. It was a live one. I think they have like something like 15 or something like that. This is, and it's hard with Enough's Enough because they will do, this is more Enough's Enough. So they'll do stuff that like, oh, it's a new album, but it's not. It's like stuff that they recorded a while ago. So even though their albums, you know, come out in order, obviously, they're not always musically in order because sometimes they'll find obscure stuff and just put it out. But their albums aren't too hard to find, but I think they just did a deal that they're going to re-release. So this is their debut album. This had Fly High Michelle and New Thing. And in Chicago, 89, 90, they were huge, huge. I saw them at the Thirsty Whale, and they were just huge. But I don't want to talk about the band right now. I want to talk about the singer. Oh, this is the Strength album. So this is their second one. This one gets no attention in the big scheme of things, and it should. This is a damn near perfect album. But the boys look like this in an age that wasn't cool to look like that anymore. So unfortunately, that image probably served them great for 89, maybe first half of 90. But then that's the last thing you wanted to look like in the early 90s was that, because you're not going to be taken seriously. Is it right? No. Is it wrong? I don't know. It just sucks. And that's why, to me, the singer, Donnie Vie, is a greatly underappreciated, gets no respect artist, because, you know, I think the world won't let him get out of that glam rock. Not really glam rock, because like glam rock, Slade and stuff like that, they always kind of get respected. But the hair band, hair metal kind of tag, that's always going to keep him down. Even in 2022, I'm telling you, let it be. Let the boys have the fun back then, but start seeing this guy as a great musician and artist that he is. Him and Janet, I think they probably thought more people were going to show up. It would have been great to have more people. I counted maybe 45 people at this place. Is it because no one wants to go to Q Bar? I don't know. Is it because no one wants to see these people who they associate with rock, heavy rock bands just play acoustic? I don't know. But the crowd was very small, which was a shame. And I'm sure the artists up on stage look out and go, huh, we've all been there. Trust me. I was in a band. We played Los Angeles in front of one person. After the show, he signed my CD of Strength for me. Got his picture there. But the reason why I'm bringing him up, and he put on a hell of a show. He even said, like, I'm not feeling that good. Something's with my fingers. My throat's not doing that good. I don't have really good health insurance. You know, you kind of feel sorry because when you pursue music and you think you're going to hit it, you're like all cylinders, whoa, we're going to, and then you don't. But you had a taste of it. So I don't know if it's worth just to be in a band that never really had a shot and had a chance, or to be in a band that didn't get signed and you thought, and then it's, no, and here you're on 2022. But let's go back a little bit to 2019. Beautiful Things is, he has a few solo albums. It's really hard to find his solo CDs, unfortunately. I think maybe they're released more in Europe or something, but so they're all imports. But 2019, this would have been in my top 3 albums of the year for 2019. Beautiful Things by Mr. Donnie Vie. And I'll tell you, this is a, you know, fortunately, oh, that's the guy from Enough's Enough. I wish we could just start over and say, call them a power pop band, Cheap Trick Part 2 or something. Raspberries, Slade, Cheap Trick, put them in a blender, and just perfection power pop. And it sucks because we had Material Issue from Chicago, who's a pure power pop band, and they never broke huge either. So I don't know what it takes when you're from Chicago to break it big. Smashing Pumpkins, ask them what it took, because we had a lot of bands that just couldn't break it huge like that. Anyway, so call him a power pop artist, a rock and roll artist, great artist. Beautiful Things is a great record. I think the CD's on sale on Amazon, so go right now and buy it, pick it up. The guy's an amazing talent. I also bought this 7-inch at the show, Party Time, with All My Favorite Things is the B-side, and he signed that for me as well. He was a really nice guy. After the show, got to talk to him, and this guy's writing crazy amounts of great music. Check out his solo stuff. Check out, like I said, Get Beautiful Things. And there you go. There's my little short list of underappreciated, no respect artists. Thanks for watching.